So here's a simple but really effective trick to make your dopamine detox or even Spartan mode challenge much easier. If you want to do a dopamine detox and get the positive effects from it, you really want to be doing it for longer periods of time. We're talking a week or longer, because doing a dopamine detox for like an afternoon doesn't really do much. But of course, there's an objection that most people have to this very idea. Most people don't even try to do this because you go, but I won't know what to do. You're thinking that if I cut out all of social media, video games, shows, all of this media and stimulation that I'm always consuming, and I'm supposed to cut it out for a whole week or longer, I'm just going to be bored. I won't be able to stand it. What else should I do? This thought might seem scary at first, but there's actually a huge opportunity hidden in here. And here's a simple exercise you can do that will not only make it easier for you to go through a dopamine detox, it might actually make you excited to start one. So here's the exercise. It's a writing exercise. You can do this with pen and paper or a note-taking app or whatever, wherever you like to write things down. What you're going to do is you're going to make a list and ask yourself this question. If you had all the time in the world on your hands, if you basically had unlimited time, what are some things that you would want to do? What are some things that you're interested in, that you want to learn, that you want to explore, that you want to experience, but that you seem to never get around to? I wrote a list like this before I started my most recent run of the Spartan Challenge, and let me just read out some examples of what I wrote down. For example, I have dozens of books on my Kindle that I haven't even started reading. They're super interesting to me. I bought them because I'm so interested, but then I never got around to it because I was reading other stuff. I basically buy too many books, and I was like, hey, if I have unlimited time on my hands, I would finally read all of these books that I haven't started yet. Then there were a whole list of practices that I want to do more of. So practicing my mobility, my animal flow, doing more metta meditation, doing more other types of meditation that I'm interested in doing, want to explore more deeply, but just never seem to find the time for. But also doing things like practicing Muay Thai and doing breath work and things like that. Then I wrote down a couple of challenges that I'd be really interested in taking on, but that take time. So I'd love to see if I can get to the point where I can do 100 consecutive swings with my heaviest kettlebell. I've never been able to do that. This would take some time. Also some public writing. Could I start writing? I often have ideas where I think, it'd be cool to maybe write on Twitter about this or start a Substack or something like that. But again, takes time. Another thing I wrote down is I could learn how to use ChatGPT better. I feel like it's a really powerful tool, but I'm scratching the surface with how I'm using it. It would be really cool to actually get good at this. Then I was also thinking about different groups and meetups that I ran. I used to run a men's group. I did breathwork meetups and things like that. All of these were fun to do. I enjoyed doing them. Again, just takes time. So you see the pattern here. This is a list of things that I'm interested in doing. Things that I've maybe done in the past, I would like to start again. Things I do, but I want to do more of. New skills I want to develop, new challenges I want to take on. And the important thing here is this is all stuff that I want to do. This is all stuff that I'm curious about. This is all the kind of stuff that, again, if I had unlimited time, I would definitely do this. The only reason I'm not doing it is that most days I end up being tired in the evening and there's just no more time or no more energy to do more stuff. And of course, the other important rule for this list is none of it can be dopaminergic consumption stuff. So you can't write down something like, I want to binge watch 100 anime shows or whatever, because that obviously doesn't fit into a dopamine detox. So everything on this list has to be stuff that isn't consuming junk media. The exercise is simply to write this list before you start your challenge. When you do it as a hypothetical, what if I had all this time? Anything and everything that you're interested in. And then what happens when you start your dopamine detox period, you will find that you all of a sudden have more time on your hands. Obviously not unlimited time, but more time. And now when you feel bored, when you feel like, oh no, I don't know what to do, you can get out that list, and it's a list of things you want to do. It's important to have things to fill your time with that you actually want to do. If you try to fill your time only with chores, only with things that you feel like you should do, it's going to get harder and harder. And this is a mistake that people often make, especially ambitious people who are into self-improvement, right? You want to do the best possible version of a dopamine detox, and maybe you imagine that you're going to do like pure discipline the entire time. You're only going to be, training and meditating and working and hustling and grinding. But in reality, that is just going to put all this pressure on you, and it's going to put you in a situation where the whole thing feels like a punishment. It's like, all this stuff I should be doing instead of the stuff I actually want to be doing. And when you think of what I want to be doing, you're thinking of consuming stuff. But actually, there's a whole bunch of stuff that is neither dopaminergic consumption nor this kind of chore, I should do it, that kind of feels stressful and high pressure. And those are the things that are the best things to fill your time with. So that's it. Go ahead and make that list, and then look at that list and consider doing a dopamine detox frees up a lot of time to do more of these things, which, by the way, is exactly what happened to me. I didn't get around to even half of the things on that list, but some of them I did finally end up doing more of. And some of these habits even stuck until now after my challenge period as well. So give it a try and let me know how it goes. And if you sit down and start writing this list and nothing comes up, if you're like, the only things I seem to be interested in are consumption, or I'm not curious about anything, I don't know what to write down. That is also a common experience, right? A lot of people feel quite directionless, quite hopeless. Maybe you're looking for your life purpose or your passion and you find nothing. If that's the problem you have, let me know in a comment and I can make another video to help you solve that problem as well. If you're curious about this Spartan Mode challenge I've been mentioning and you don't know about it yet, check out this video that shows exactly how I did it and what I did and why Spartan Mode is so powerful. Also check out the link in the description to join the Quit by Healing community and join the Quit by Healing program that teaches you how to overcome your addictive behaviors in 21 days or less.